Okay, ooh, shit. And microphone is ready, as opposed to the macrophone. I don't know. And then go. Hello there, artists, engineers, and explorers. So I actually recorded myself playing this a few days ago as part of the sci-fi combat couple. And I don't know what happened, but I kind of lost recording. Like, it was totally fine for like the first minute or so, and then within like 15 seconds of the main menu here opening up, the recording slowed down to like 2 seconds per frame. It was pretty bad. So I'm re-recording this, and yeah. So other thing is, I kind of lost my save for this game. I genuinely don't know what happened to that. I had beaten the game before, and well, I think I got like halfway through the final level or something, and then it got stuck. But yeah, so got really far, and my save is gone. So any progress that you see so far is just me practicing to get back into this, so I'm not like terrible on camera. So yeah, this game, ooh, that one's taking some damage. Look at him. Space. Anyways, so House of the Dying Sun. I am covering this game. Standard will be covering Children of a Dead Earth. House of the Dying Sun is on the softer side of space combat. By that I mean there is sound in space. A lot of the ships are modeled in very aircraft or seacraft kind of fashions. A lot of the way the things move around is very based on like air combat. Asterisk. And there's a lot of there's a couple references in this game to space being really cold. Space is neither cold nor hot, it is space. Heat doesn't really move in or out of bodies very well, except through like radiation. But there's not like any space wind or anything. A lot of the influences of this game are like Warhammer 40k and Battlestar Galactica. What a pairing. If you don't like Warhammer 40k, that's fine. I have thoughts on it. However, if you do like Warhammer 40k, then this game is for you. If you don't like Warhammer 40k, this game is also for you. If you like Battlestar Galactica, this game is very much for you. You should check it out. A lot of the Warhammer 40k influences, admittedly, are just like how the writing is done. I feel like in Warhammer 40k's case, a lot of the writing is the way it is because there's like a lot of lost information and there's like a new dark age or whatever. In this game, I think the writing is the way it is. At least my own fan theory is the writing in this game is the way it is because the Emperor dictated it so. I don't think there is this sort of like dark age effect that is found in Warhammer 40k in this game. I think for this game, the technology is very high and they have everything figured out. However, information is very censored, it's very secretive, and the Emperor demanded everything be written down in a very specific style because, as we'll get into the story later on in this video, the Emperor wanted everything just so. Very demanding little fuck. So I feel like a lot of the flowery writing in this game is because the Emperor wanted history to be written like that and wanted everything to be written like that. But yeah, there is a story in this game. It's a fucking metal story. Some of you who might have played this game before might not have realized there was much of a story. There are codex entries. You can read them if you want to. Yeah, the story of this game is pretty neat. I do want to go into that later. I will not go into that now because spoilers. But I'll try to get most of my thoughts out of the way front-loaded before going into the story at all. The Emperor is dead. The royal guard has been scattered. And a false king sits upon the throne. Execute the Emperor's final edict. Hunt the traitor lords. And bring ruin to their people. So you play as the villain in this game. Yeah, you play as a villain in this game. I was gonna put a little asterisk on that because I do know the story, but no, you play as a villain in this game. I mean, you mostly play as a villain in this game. The people you're fighting aren't that cool, if I'm being completely honest. However, given everything, you play as a villain in this game. Okay, so yeah, you play as a villain in this game. You're here to just like freak the fuck out of some people. You're here to just shoot shit, blast on escape pods, just be a horrific monster, basically. And it's one of those things where, like, okay, the one part of the story I will go into ahead of time is you're not like playing as like a horrific force of evil because you think it's fun. Like, your character sees this as actually like the most cost-effective and like morale destroying way of getting rid of the enemy when you are vastly outnumbered. So for those of you who don't want to play a role like that, avoid the game. However, that's any context that you may or may not want. I am going to play this first mission and shut the fuck up because I need everybody to understand the fucking sound design of this game. It is really good. If you don't have headphones on now, and you have headphones within easy reach, then find them now. If you don't have headphones and you're playing this out of like a smartphone speaker, if you're on public transit, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stop that. If you are in your own little sound space and not bothering anybody, then most of the low end won't come through, depending on your phone speakers. Some of the phone speakers are pretty good with low end, surprisingly. But you won't be missing like all like the nice aspects of the sound design. A lot of it will still come through on just a phone speaker. However, trust me, you're going to want to hear all of it if you can. So, do you have your headphones? Or do you have them on? Are they turned on? Are they in your ear holes? Are you ready to behold? Are you ready to hear this shit? 'Cause it's gonna be fucking great. God, I love the sound design of this game so much. Okay. I will be quiet now. It's pretty fucking metal, yeah? God, the sound design of this game is so fucking good. God, the art style of this game is so fucking good. The entire design of this game is so fucking good. Like, the game design and, like, the mechanics of this are so fucking good. God, it's such a good game. Go play it. I'm not sponsored, I promise. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, you have your different difficulties you can select from. Each difficulty will give you a different reward if you get the bonuses and stuff. And then each difficulty will give you like way more enemy. Like Harbinger genuinely is really fucking hard. When you're going and getting most of the initial upgrades, you'll be doing it on Invader. You will eventually hit a point where even Invader is really difficult and you're going to need to get upgrades. And then you use the one that you had so far to play on Warlord. And then once you have most of like your really good upgrades figured out, but you have like the last couple real game changer ones, then you play everything through in Harbinger. I do vaguely remember that you have to kind of play everything 3 times to get to like third to last level, get your upgrades, second to last level, go through Harbinger, get a few more remaining upgrades, and then the final level really tests you. It's been like 2 years since I last played this, so I might be remembering that incorrectly, but I'm pretty sure you do have to like play through everything 3 times on the three difficulties and stuff in order to get everything. Anyways, I'll stop yapping. I'll get to playing. It's fine. If you've seen Battlestar Galactica, I've seen like 2 episodes. Sorry, but if you've seen Battlestar Galactica, there are also shields in this game, so that's also a point for soft sci-fi. The ships do this thing where like they turn off their thrusters and then they just keep moving in that same direction, and they just sort of like tilt to face the enemy and then blow them out of vacuum. That's something you do in this game by holding spacebar by default, and it's really fun. So that's like the hardest sci-fi this game gets, is the fact that like you aren't turning like an aircraft because you're flying against the wind. You're turning like an aircraft because you have directional thrusters that are like keeping you orientated. But those are optional. And it's really fun that they're optional. The other cool thing is this game sort of has like an RTS mode, as you can see. You can't really play the whole game like this, or at least like I wouldn't recommend it, because like the NPCs and stuff that are on your team are fairly competent, but they can't really win the game for you. They need like player skill there to like actually push them over the edge, because you are against like overwhelming numbers usually. However, because you can look basically in any direction at all times and things can be happening everywhere, whenever, being able to pause and going to this RTS view is really nice. And you can like give orders and stuff. You can say like, hey, you go over here, attack these guys. And then click on this guy and be like, okay, and then you can go and attack these guys. No, that's a lie. You can go attack, excuse me, these guys actually. Yeah, you can like chain attacks together. And then for yours truly, I want to hunt the big game over here. These blue arrows indicate these are where incoming reinforcements are coming from. You can actually see the flare of them tearing through space at warp speed right now on their way here, which is so fucking cool. God, this game is so good. Okay, anyways, so yeah, then you just go in, and the RTS view has story implications, which I will get into after I start talking about the story. However, it's good environmental awareness. It lets you pick out your targets and split up the work, etc. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That is one issue about dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. You there, bitch. Okay. You actually. There we go. Okay. Hold on. What the fuck is going on exactly? Okay. Okay, must survive. Are there any other large carriers? Are you there? Are you dying now? No, you're not. You are still alive. Okay. I need to change that. Come here, you. Oop, never mind. Okay. They took care of it. Very nice team. Very good. Okay. Come on. Okay, cool. You took care of it. Nice. Oop, reinforcements have arrived at 20.5 kilometers. Over there, I see. Okay. So you have shields. Let's get a bit more precision in our way of targeting. Okay. More reinforcements have arrived. Okay. Never mind. You get those guys, and then I take care of these. Oh, that's significant. Oh, I don't have any heavy weapons left. That's probably fine. Okay, this dude is pretty significant, actually. You there. Because you guys are going to actively cause shit to happen. Because you are the strikers. Okay, so that's the other part about this game, is the enemy has a giant fuck-off flagship. And where is it? Yeah, it's gonna come in from here. Yep, okay. So the flagship is your cue to get the fuck out. Because we aren't extracting already, right? I'm not stupid, right? Okay, yeah, so they're still doing their thing. Oh God. And then you are still busy with those guys. And then, so here's the thing with the enemy flagship. You can't really kill it in a way that matters. Well, yeah, you can't really kill it. It's got a lot of armor, it's got a lot of shields, it's got a lot of firepower. It will behead you and then write a really, like, extensive insult with your own blood across your chest. and then just toss your corpse into the airlock and then vent you to space for your friends to find later and learn from. You don't fuck with the enemy flagship, is my point. When that thing arrives, you stay the fuck out of range, and you try to get away as fast as you can. This limits my attack options considerably to just attacking this guy over here. I would like to attack these two guys because they have longer ranged weapons. So we're trying to defend these three because they're doing a prisoner extraction. So the problem is the destroyers have range advantage and they're going to cause issues for these guys. However, I can't really attack them because that puts me way too close to the flagship. And the flagship will kill me. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to focus my energies on this doofus over here. I don't really want to. Oh, never mind. Running time. Yep, that's a missile lock. Yep, that's a missile lock. Yep, I know. I know. Okay, and we're good. We're on our way out. We're at warp speed, y'all. Okay. So, as you can tell, the flagship is kind of fucking terrifying. If you don't, the flagship is also your reason to kind of like jump in and kill things as fast as you fucking can and be very effective with your shots. Because if you take too long, that thing's going to show up on your doorstep and will like wreck your whole run. So, you know, you can do on easier mode for now. I do remember the modified cooling intake being really good. Oh yes, this is the other thing. Its engine housing has been modified to expose more surface area to the frigid black without sacrificing defense. The black is not frigid. It is space. It is a vacuum. However, you know, that is the style of writing in this game. It leans more into like mysticism and just being completely badass. So there is a subset of you, looking at you standard, who might not dig that. However, I fucking love it. So, you know, bonus points for me. Let me see. That's so metal. Our priests have discovered that coating our rounds with plasma from a dying star will further their effectiveness against enemy shield systems. Metal as fuck, y'all. I do remember the 5th of November. I do remember cooling intake being really good for interceptors in the early game. When you get larger ships and bigger engagements, you want the interceptors to be more resilient, but you want to give the bigger ships the cooling fans because, or the cooling intakes, because the biggest issue the bigger ships will have later is like having a lot of firepower, but not a lot of range and not a lot of speed to cover the distance to be useful. And so by the time they enter the fight, the interceptors have either died or they've already succeeded, or the flagship has arrived and kills everybody. So the cooling intakes are very good for that, for larger ships. But I think early game, if I remember correctly, the cooling intake is particularly good. Will you fucking look at those clouds? God, how did you do that, game devs? Halt! Okay, so you are just a lone enemy fighter. Where's the, there's the bonus thing. Okay, so you take care of this dude, take care of this dude, then take care of this dude. I will get rid of that one and then destroy the supply caches. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. God, how the fuck do you render clouds like that? That's so cool. Also, like, did you notice how quickly, like, I started over here, like over here somewhere. I covered this distance so fucking fast with those cooling intakes. That's crazy. Okay, I trust my ally to take out those guys over there. I'm going to focus on the supply caches. That's cool. Pro tip: fly just to the side of the enemy and then enter drift mode and then aim to shoot at the enemy, and you will soar past the enemy while still shooting at them. Someone's firing on me. Who's still alive? How dare you? Oh, you are imminently about to die. Never mind. You will soon stop being a problem. Never mind. But yeah, something that I did a lot when I first started playing this game was just charging the enemy and firing straight at the enemy, and then... Are you going to be dead now? There we go. Okay, yeah, sometimes the enemy gets like a few final shots while they're still dying, which, you know, fair enough. I'd do the same. But yeah, something I did really early on when I first started playing this game was like charging the enemy and shooting right at them, because like you kind of need to fly towards the thing that you're shooting in this game by the nature of how spaceflight works in this game's universe. But the thing that kept happening is like I kept just like ramming my ship into the enemy, which isn't how you win the game, dear viewer. The trick I learned was you aim towards the side of the enemy to accelerate, and then you turn on your drift mode, and then you start shooting at the enemy, and then you aren't at risk of ramming into them. The downside of drift mode is it is constant velocity because you're just drifting. There's no more like adjustments happening. So the enemy can more easily track where you're going to be in the future and send rounds to intercept you, basically. So you do take a lot more impacts when you do drift mode. So the trick I do is I drift, fire a bit, then move, drift, fire a bit, then move, drift, fire a bit, which is not easy. However, you do get fewer impacts when you do that. Okay, so past this point, I'm going to go over the story and why the story is really cool. If you want to let the story unfold by itself in this game by playing it yourself, then get the fuck out. If you remain, then you consent to hearing story spoilers. The way this game works story-wise, and the reason why you can play as any of the ships on your team at any given time, like I'm playing as this guy right now, so if I go and I start flying around, cool, but I can also select this guy. If I press enter, I can play as this guy now. This is not just a neat little gameplay thing. So what happens is in this game, bodies are not seen as individuals. Humans as a species have evolved to become hive creatures. Assuming that you are playing as humans in this game, you have a like flowing consciousness basically that coordinates between groups of bodies at a time. And you as a player are playing as a robot that is capable of doing this to human bodies. And oh yeah, I need to scout this out. I'm trying to like actually be doing gameplay while I'm yapping. I'm not very good at it though. I'll get better. But at this time, I'm not very good at it. Jacksepticeye was right. This is a very difficult skill set, actually. I didn't doubt him, but I didn't think it was this difficult. Holy shit. Like, I thought it was just like, you know, at least mid to high tier difficulty. I didn't think it was like actually makes your brain get set on fucking fire difficulty. Oh my God. How does he do this? Anyway, so yeah, you play as a robot that's capable of doing the whole body orchestration thing that other people used to only do. And before, when the Emperor was still reigning, the Emperor was keeping all the bodies to himself, and the lords and stuff could only like possess the bodies that were on their individual like planets that they ruled over. But like they wanted to have multiple bodies that were also rulers. So like you would have multiple ruler bodies basically that were being orchestrated by a single consciousness. The Emperor didn't like this because only the Emperor should be able to do that, according to the Emperor. And the Lords did not like the Emperor not liking this, so they killed the Emperor. But little did they know that the Emperor had what was called the Dragon, and that's you, the robot. And you were in stasis, and upon the Emperor's death, you would be activated to just completely wipe out everything and just be like, okay, this whole system that we got, flatten it, burn it onto the ground, fuck it. So that's what you, the player, are doing, and that's why you, the player, are so fucking ruthless and are here to like destroy worker ships and like scare the shit out of people, is because you are a robot that is tasked with killing everything everywhere to like execute the Emperor's edict, as it says, of like hunt all the traitor lords and bring ruin to their people, because the traitor lords are also the people. The traitor lords are a consciousness that inhabits the bodies of the people that they rule over, because each traitor lord is a hive colony. So by hunting the traitor lords and making sure that they can't just like hop to the next body to survive, you gotta sterilize everything. It brings up some major ethical issues, but it's one of those things where it's like the ethical issues were a problem before the game started. Like there is an ethical issue with reducing the species to hive colonies. That's your first ethical issue. we were well beyond it by the time this game started, so you know, whatever. I swear I have not been trying to stall for time, or I haven't been like paralyzed while yapping. I genuinely have just been deciding how the fuck I'm going to approach this. Okay, you are ships. Okay, and then you are the containers. Thought you were more ships, but that says bonus, so you are part of the containers. Okay, so yeah, you are the masters at arms. Cool beans. Okay, that one can die. And that one can die. Swear to God, if I get done recording this and the footage is corrupted again, I'm gonna be so fucking angry. I'm gonna be so fucking angry. I will be like a fucking wreck, frankly. Peekaboo! Oh, you have a shield. Oh, oops. These missiles are good at removing shields. That's why I'm using them. Pop. Okay. Who's next? You. Okay. Ooh. Okay, hold on. So we still have our bonus objectives. Oh, that's a ship. Oh, that's a big ship. Okay. You, I guess, attack that dude, and then you, I guess, or me, I guess. Let's just scan these real quick. Whoa. How do I scan? Aha! Good. Okay. Wait, hold on. Missile lock. Where are the missiles coming from? Coming from you. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this asteroid between me and the enemy real quick. Did that work? No, it didn't. Okay, let's just get out. Let's just get out. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's get out. Ignore the missiles. They can't find us where we're going. Come on. Okay. All right. Okay. We live. Okay. So. Nice. New weapon unlocked. The AF-2 torpedo allows the bearer to pummel shields from long range. They are ineffective against hull and extremely vulnerable to point defense. Dope. For those of you who are concerned that there's a finite number of levels, there is a challenge mode, which is over here. Yes, I'm ready. It's fine. I would highly recommend that you get all the unlocks first because the difficulty of the challenge mode is wild. Anything can happen, so be prepared for anything. But yeah, these are procedurally generated missions that refresh every day, I think. And you compete against other players on a Steam-supported scoreboard to see who can play the mission the best. And yeah, so when you're done beating the full single-player campaign, this is your main replayability, where you do your victory laps with all the equipment and stuff that you unlocked from the other missions. So there is that. I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, so that's House of the Dying Sun. Lots of fun, very beautiful, very good sound design, very good game mechanics, very interesting story, inspired an OC of mine, actually. So Sandra will be doing Children of Dead Earth, which we're aiming to do a week from now, hopefully, if no other footage corruption issues happen. And yeah, as we say here, keep exploring, keep engineering, keep artistry, keep witnessing. Artistry? What? Keep creating, exploring, and witnessing, y'all. I don't fucking know. Do I look like I know what I'm doing? I really don't. Yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.